They say the woods have ears, but in the Appalachian Mountains, the woods don't just listen. They learn. My name is your name, channel name, and what I am about to tell you is the reason I haven't stepped foot near a forest in 3 years. It was a Saturday morning. My friend Mark and I were looking for the Silent Trail, a place so deep in the woods that GPS doesn't even recognize the coordinates. We wanted to escape the city, the noise, the people. We wanted total isolation. Be careful what you wish for. By 6 p.m., we had set up camp. The sun was dipping below the horizon, painting the trees in a blood-red hue. That's when the birds stopped singing. Have you ever noticed that? When nature goes silent, it's not because it's resting, it's because it's hiding. Mark went down to the creek, just 50 yards away, to fill our water jugs. I stayed back to keep the fire going. I watched his flashlight flicker through the thick pine trees until it was just a tiny dot in the darkness. Then I heard it. "Hey, over here, you gotta see this!" It was Mark. His voice was crystal clear, coming from the bushes to my absolute left. I stood up, about to walk toward him, but then my blood turned to ice. From my right, I saw a flashlight beam. It was the real Mark, walking back from the creek. I stood frozen between two Marks. The one I could see and the one I could only hear. "Mark?" I whispered. The Mark with the flashlight stepped into the light. He looked at me, his face pale, his hands shaking. "I heard it too," he whispered. "I heard myself calling you from the other side." Suddenly, the voice from the bushes changed. It wasn't calling anymore. It started laughing. But it wasn't a human laugh. It sounded like a recording being played at the wrong speed. Distorted, metallic, and hungry. We didn't say a word. We didn't grab the tent. We just ran. Behind us, we could hear something heavy crashing through the trees. It wasn't running like a person. It sounded like it had too many limbs. And the worst part? It was screaming our names in our own voices, overlapping like a nightmare choir. We reached the truck, locked the doors, and drove until we hit a gas station with bright lights. When we looked at the back of the truck the next morning, there were 4 deep gouges in the metal, like claws made of bone. I tell you this because if you're ever out hiking and you hear your friend calling you from the shadows, even if it sounds exactly like them, do not follow. Because sometimes the forest doesn't want you to leave. It wants to keep your voice.